Hey Slayers, it's your girl Tiana. I am out of breath, hot and sweaty, creator of the Swagslayer Talk, live on YouTube at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single weekday. What is up, Christy? Thanks so much for your patience. I was out here in these Amazon streets chasing products. I just rushed home so I would not have to do the live show in my car again because it is extremely hot today. And then when I got here, my computer would not connect to the internet. Makes zero sense. So I'm on my tablet again today, but at least I'm in the AC, so I'm glad. We do have a lovely special guest today, which is Lisa from Jules Jules. She is Jules on Instagram, so make sure that you are following her over there. I don't know how to correct my name on the screen because I'm on my tablet, but that's not the point. And then, of course, my lovely co-host, Rhonda from the Pink Diva Studio. Make sure you're following her on YouTube and Instagram, and you're subscribed to her channel. Lisa is going to talk to us today about Quicklots. If you have not heard about Quicklots, it is definitely a great place to get good inventory. I've actually ordered inventory from them before in the past and was very happy with everything that I received and made a good dollar on my Quicklots. Okay, this is before people knew what Quicklots was. I actually just did some research and came across Quicklots, but now I see more and more in the community people are talking about Quicklots boxes. So Lisa, tell us, one, how you got started reselling and then how you came across Quicklots.
All right. So if anybody follows me on Instagram, they might know about the unboxing that I did with the unfortunate scrunchy box of 2020. I had purchased a reselling box. Yeah. And I was all excited when I got it because one of my PFFs had purchased from them and it was a Target returns box. And she had all these Levi jeans and all this good stuff. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm getting in some of that, definitely. So I ordered this box and it comes in and I'm all excited. And then I open it and I'm like, what? I ain't got no Levi's. Like what? Half of it, I promise you, still ain't even been listed. I am donating it to Goodwill. That's how. But when one of the items, because it was a 50 count box, and one of the items of the 50 was a scrunchie. What type of profit I'm gonna make off a scrunchie? I was so upset.
Maybe that was your free gift.
Yeah,
I counted them. It wasn't the free one. It was part of my box. And I was just so
oh my God.
I was like, I don't even think to date that I've made back my money that I put on the initial box from just the things. I think I've sold one of the items for $19 and that's it. So I posted this video and you could tell because as you can tell, I'm very animated and very transparent. So you could tell how I felt about this box. I was trying to be professional, but still like, yeah. So that is now the scrunchy box. So one of my PFFs that I had met at a Posh and Sip right before the pandemic in November. It is Julie, who is Posh with me, y'all. She had sent, without me knowing, my video to one of my other PFFs that I'd only met that one time at that Posh and Sip. And that is Jess at Posh Boss Closet. Hey, Brittany. So Jess reaches out to me and I totally forgot that I met her at the Posh and Sip because it was very, very quick. I only talked to a few people. So she reaches out to me and says, hey, I saw your unboxing and I just wanted to know if you wanted to build a relationship with Quicklots. So I was like, all right, let's do this. So my first box that I got with them through Jess was a cold weather winter box. And oh my gosh, I love it. I still have a few of the coats, but so many of them have sold. I made back money easily, no problem. And I loved it. And I was in immediately because just the quality and all. So she then said, hey, would you ever want to come work at the warehouse? And I said, I just found out 2 days ago I'm getting laid off January 1st. Oh, so I got you. So I go up there and several of us resellers, I counted, I go up on Tuesdays and Thursdays usually. And I work at Quicklots to help pack the reseller boxes. And that's one thing I love. Well, I'm sure the one who packed my scrunchy box was some little kid who just works there for $10 an hour. And you're just like, I got to make 50, throw them all in. These are actually resellers packing these boxes. And, so we're thinking about what we would want in our box. And Jess even told somebody, they do have, I think, 2 hourly employees, but most of us are all resellers. And one of the hourly employees was yesterday was saying, hey, she's like, if you were a reseller and you were getting that, would you want to get that in your box? And so that's the mentality she tries to have us pack our boxes with. And that's one thing I love. It's resellers packing boxes for resellers. And that's just amazing.
And that makes a huge difference, because someone who doesn't resell, they don't know. They said put 50 things in a box, and a scrunchie counts as a thing, so they threw it in a box. You know, they're like, whatever. That was my job description.
And then I'm over here like, I'm never going to use them again. But he's like, when I put it in the box, it was 50 items.
Right, exactly. But when it's a reseller, you have that trained eye. You know what's current in the market, what the current trends are. So I think it's very smart of them to allow resellers to come in and volunteer their time to pack boxes, because not only are they making sure they get quality product out, you as the reseller, you know, have that warm feeling knowing that you've helped another reseller out to make sure they can feed their family and take care of their family. So I love that full circle that they even thought of that to be able to do. I know the Quicklots, when I ordered, I mean, I don't know how many locations they have, but it was nowhere near my house. It was like from a whole nother state. I think it was only one location when I was ordering. I know they said they were going to open a store, because at one point they were out of boxes, and it was because they were saying they were transitioning the items to the store that they were getting ready to open, so they didn't have any box available at that time. But yeah, I've gotten several boxes. I don't know if resellers were packing boxes when I got them, but I was very happy with everything that I received.
I know that Jess actually took this on because the store's in Gaffney. So and the warehouse that I work out of, it's actually an hour drive for me. So it's in Shelby, North Carolina, but I absolutely love it. You know, any reseller that's interested, we just had 2 weeks ago, we had a mom and daughter reselling team come from Boston, Massachusetts, and stay the entire week and work there. And then this week, we had 2 reselling friends from St. Augustine, Florida, that were here all week working with us.
Oh, wow. They came from Florida. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a trip when this is all over, though. Not right.
Yeah,
right. I know.
Reach out to Jess if you're interested.
Rhonda leave.
Yeah, right. I wear my mask in there all day. I don't take it off. I sit at lunch. I sit in the corner by myself. Right. I'm like, we'll talk away from there. You over there. But anyway, so if any resellers are interested, they could always reach out to Jess at Posh Closet Boss, and she could talk about, you know, how this all works out and all. I still haven't got my affiliate code. I think they're about to be able to roll that out for me. Thank goodness. But I just absolutely love it. I continue to get boxes through them. If you see my inventory that I be listing now, it has, compared to before.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a total difference. I love the boho boxes, even though this is stuff I wear all day long. I'm just like, Walmart's fine, but I love the boho style.
Yes.
They've got amazing boho boxes. So I get a lot of the free people in the Madewell. I love shoes. Today I listed a pair of Fry boots that I got. Yeah, in one of the designer shoe boxes. Fry boots, Via Spiga, brand new. And I mean, we have so much great inventory, and we have some more coming out that we're starting to create. So ask away. Ask me any questions. What can I teach you all about?
Well, I'm specifically interested in plus sizes, because I don't care who comes on the show. I'm like, well, do you have plus sizes? Because I need, because that's specifically what I'm interested in and what I sell. So, how do you, I mean, do you have a lot of plus sizes in the inventory there? What do you know, any brands or?
In our plus size premium box, they usually have City Chic, Eileen Fisher, Lafayette 148. One thing that Jess is very big about, and she always says, she's like, do not forget to add a wow factor. That is her big thing, because her goal is to have one item in your box that should make you most of your profit back, your initial investment back. And then the rest is all just gravy. That is really her goal, because she wants to have you guys coming back no matter what. So she wants to pack them well. Now, I want to make a point on the scrunchie story that I gave before. You might find a scrunchie in our boxes, but that's just because it's extra. It's never counted.
Right.
I mean, there's some people that get some Shape and Lounge this week, and we packed them yesterday, and they ordered 25 pieces, and there's much more than 25 pieces. And I like my Shape and Lounge boxes too, because I like my Spanx. So,
oh yeah,
I got, I think it was supposed to have 50 pieces, but I had 60 something pieces. 2 of them were broken, so that didn't matter. But then the rest were like kind of like random extras. And I was like, well, this still works because the actual 50 are amazing. So it didn't matter, you know? So, and sometimes it's nice to get those little extra item ins to, you know, bundle in your closet.
So Jess actually does this intentionally because we're human. Even when we go sourcing for ourselves, what do? We get home, we're like, oh, we got that great piece. We get it up on the mannequin and we're like, where'd that flaw come from? I didn't see that hole. I didn't see.
Right,
so
right.
And she knows that. And so she's like, look, they ordered 50. We're going to give them a few extras because we're human. So if something is wrong, if we try to check all the zippers, we try to check everything. And so if something goes wrong, she wants to make sure you're covered. Because again, her thing is she wants you to keep coming back. And how do we do that? By making sure you're happy. Yeah. That is her biggest thing. That is her biggest goal.
Right. So. And I love that. I mean, you and I have had a conversation about Quicklots before, and you had mentioned that. And I love the fact that she is hands-on with everything, and that she has a specific guideline that she wants to follow about how these boxes look. Because I tell you, I have received a few boxes. And, I was like, what? Why? It's a scrunchy box. You know, because I think that people know and appreciate when you've taken the care to pack a box really nicely. 100%. And there's a difference. You can just tell that this person took a lot of time and care to pack this box, and they were specific about what is in the box. Yeah. And when you're spending money like that, that's the way you want to feel. I'm just gonna say that's the way I want to feel. I'd be like, oh, this is so nice, and it looks so pretty. Oh, but look at this. I got just like that box that you unboxed that had that. What was it? It had that jacket in there. And
I think that was my coat box, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was your coat box, and you were like, whoa, wait on it, bam, there it was. And I was like, oh, you were super. Yes, you were super excited about that. I was excited about that because you were excited about that. So, that also, which is also a good thing, because when you do an unboxing, you are just in that moment. You are just all about that box. You are so excited. Girl, it makes you want to buy a box.
Yes.
So yes. I love, and I love you for your energy and all your good vibes anyway. But, it's extra when you open a box.
Yeah.
And I love that. I've been accused of being extra sometimes.
Oh, I'm always extra. Look at my glass.
Lisa, Libby has a question. She said, where is the physical location again? She didn't hear.
Okay. There's a store in Gaffney that you can actually go to in Gaffney, South Carolina, and purchase some items. It's not everything. Those are usually some lower brands, but you can go to the store and pick those up. And then to order, we're actually in Shelby, North Carolina, the one that I work out of. I do believe they have another one, but I don't know who runs that. I wouldn't work for anyone but Jess, because I just love her mentality and how she works. One other thing about the way we pack our boxes. So if we have like a 25 count box, I mean, we put in some extras in there. But if some of the items, again, she has a certain dollar value that she's like, okay, every item should be bringing them about this much profit. And of course, we are restricted by the inventory that comes in that we can work with. And she wants to still make sure you get your boxes timely. So what she will do sometimes is take 3 pieces that fit in that category, and we'll wrap it in tissue and put a 1 on it, and that counts as 1. So you're getting 3 additional items, so that she makes sure you are still getting that. I love her. I just love the way that she handles things and her mentality of her business. Oh, she just amazes me. She's just amazing.
Let me just verify.
That's amazing.
Yeah. The name that you currently have typed in, that's your closet name. That's not your Instagram name, right?
No, that is my Instagram name, Jules1632.
Oh, I didn't realize they had a 32 on it. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to add symbol.
Somebody had Jules, and I was mad.
That was me. So I will fix that, at least on the thumbnail. I can't fix it on the Instagram. Because I where did she get those numbers from? I was like, that must be her Poshmark closet. That's
I made that
You know-
mistake too and left off the 1632, and she corrected me. She's like, it's 1632.
Well,
I
that's
was like,
because,
okay.
I'm saying somebody had that when I went to create my Instagram. So I had 1632 because somebody already had it,
okay.
and I was like, but that's
The
okay.
nerve.
I know.
I tagged you correctly because I know you're a little dog, so you're tagged correctly. But I'll update the thumbnail because yeah, no one said anything.
Oh my goodness. Well, so look, I did find out that we have a Quicklots here in Texas.
Yes.
And it's a little bit further from, it's probably like 45 minutes away from where I am. But another Pasha and I are thinking about going through there just to take a look. I think that she actually already went, but they didn't have any plus sizes at the time. So we thought we'd go, make a run over there and check it out and see if they actually have some. Because, sometimes, different chains, they carry different items. So I'm interested to see what kind of items they have, but I'm definitely interested in getting a box from Quicklots because I just want the experience.
Thank you, Christy. Also, if you're interested, I know that I won't say their name, but another PFF of ours, they strictly do shoes, and they've contacted Jess and said, hey, this is what we're looking for. And they buy the pallets. They buy 300 and we now know when they come in what they're looking for. They want a specific types of shoes and everything. We got all kinds of good stuff. We have these new boxes called DIY boxes.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do well for me because Lisa's the type that, I'm gonna fix that, and then it ends up in a death pile 6 years later.
Yeah, it wouldn't do well for me either.
No, but there's people like that's how Jess got started. She was a fixer, and she's always like, Lisa, you can fix it. I'm like, no, Lisa can't. Lisa don't fix stuff. She donates.
I don't fix stuff either, honey.
No, I
can sew on a button. I'll sew on a button.
Oh, you better than I got a $120 suit that just needs the button fixed. It's been like 6 months. So you
can fix that. You can fix that button, girl.
I'm so bad about that. I'm like, I'll get it later, and I'll do something else that excites me. But these DIY boxes are for people that like doing that stuff. That are like, you know what?
Yeah.
So, to save you money because they're not going to be in the condition that we typically sell the other items. Right. And it just needs there might be a seam that needs to be sewn or, something like that. So, so it all depends on what you're looking for. $10 per shoe. But you got to look at what you're getting and all. Because again, just make sure you're going to get UGG boots. I got
now I tell you, it does seem expensive, but now if I'm falling up in, if some luxury brands are falling up in that box, then, I guess it's worth considering. But since I don't really deal with too much luxury, it wouldn't be worth it for me.
Yeah. So this won't probably go for any of you ladies, but whoever likes to put out the initial investment, the Bespoke boxes, there's a box called Bespoke. Now, it's like $40 an item.
Oh, wow.
But these are
clutching my pearls.
These are like $400 to $800 items that you're getting in this box. That, it's got Gucci, it's got Prada, things like that, those luxury brands in there. So you're going to, again, just make sure that you're going to make your money back and tons of profit. We were filling a Bespoke box just yesterday, but it's crazy because we have boxes for individuals in every spectrum. I mean, we got the DIY, we got kids clothing, we got plus premium. We've got regular house brands. We've got everyday shoes. We've got premium shoes, designer shoes. Literally, and she's creating new boxes. We've got some people like the same item. See, I'm not the type, I don't like the same item in my boxes over and over. I like variety. So, but some people like that. They like to have the same item so that they can make one listing and have 20 of them. That's not really my style. Well, and so she's creating Topshop boxes because we have these adorable Topshop t-shirts that came in, and they're all that, so you're probably going to get 20 smalls and all. So she's creating these boxes based upon inventory, but also to make sure that we have something that every client, they're different clients. Everybody wants something different.
Yes.
So.
Christy, it's called a bespoke box.
Yeah.
Bespoke.
Yeah.
Different question. So the warehouse you work at, so if they order online and they hear about all these amazing boxes that you guys are putting together, it could come from one of the 2 locations, correct?
No, the fashion, from my understanding, the fashion only comes from us because Jess oversaw this. She spoke with the owner and they set this up together, and it just rolled out in mid-December. So I believe the fashion only comes from us, but they also have stuff like electronics, household goods, everything else. Yeah, it's crazy. But you can also come pick up the box if you want, if you're local and you don't want to wait for shipping. But you can come pick up your box. I mean, they do all kinds of great things, and Jess is willing to work with everybody on whatever they want to make them happy.
Nice. I just want to make sure we clarify, because I know there's multiple locations, but the boxes you're talking about, those are the fashion boxes. If you order on the website, make sure you're at the fashion box. Those will be the ones that she's specifically talking about, where they make sure that you get, what you need to make. That scared me.
Sorry, that was my other computer behind us.
You're fine. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that to be sure, because when I started, like you said, it just rolled out in December. When I was ordering, they just had a clothing box. It just was clothing, X amount of pieces, X amount of dollars per piece, and I just ordered the box, and it was always a surprise, and it was great. But then the fashion boxes came out, and their setup is a little bit different, because I don't even think they have the other boxes anymore, because I was going there for that box and it wasn't there, and that's why I saw the fashion box. I don't even think they have the original boxes that I used to order.
That's how this all came about, because I think Jess was in the same situation as you. She was getting those boxes too, and then they all of a sudden went away, and she was like, what happened? And so and she just helped put this whole program together, and she lives, eats, and breathes it, and it's just amazing. I mean, what else can I tell y'all about it? There's so much. She sent me a list of the new boxes she's creating. I don't know if you want to talk about any of those.
Yeah, talk about that, because I was going to order a pallet of the original boxes, but you can't get a pallet of the fashion boxes. And can you? I did not see that on there, so I'm asking.
That's why you would reach out to her directly, and she would figure out how to work pricing and what you're looking for and all. She'd work out, and she takes all calls directly to her personal cell. I'm like, I wouldn't be giving no customers my personal cell phone number.
Well, talk about the new boxes, Lisa.
Okay, let me get my phone. Sorry, I gotta get my phone because I had her send this. What'd she say? All right, she said we're gonna have children's bespoke. So that's your kids. Anyone who does kids, who likes that high-end stuff. I didn't realize how much people are willing to spend on my kids. They like their kids better than I liked mine. I was like, y'all got $20 for a pair of shoes at Walmart. Get it, and it better last you 6 months. I'm telling you. They've got children's premium cold weather children. So these are first few are children's trending shoes, everyday shoes, children's cold weather basics. Then they've got a whole men's tie thing that they're going to start doing. Save the Duck. I don't know if you ever heard of Save the Duck. They're kind of like not as big as North Face, but they're kind of up there. I think that they're vegan. I think that's the reason that they don't actually use the down feathers. They use something. That's why it's Save the Duck. But it's a very trending brand, so they're going to start some of those. Men's Vans hoodies, bundles of those. Women's dresses. We're going to be starting some career wear because of the fact that the world's kind of opening up again, and people are going to start going back to work. So there'll be some career wear. Women's wedding wear. They're going to be wedding dresses. I actually sent out a wedding dress the other day, and this was like an $800 wedding dress in somebody's box. So whoever got it out there, I don't know who you are, but so, and then it'll have bridesmaids dresses and things like that. So there'll be wedding wear. I don't think they're going to be coordinated though. So I don't think you can take care of your whole wedding party, but who knows? I don't know. Jess might be able to hook them up. I don't know that. And then let's see, men's outerwear, children's everyday, and then a jewelry mystery box. So, I mean, she's constantly putting stuff together. We've just got so much. She's got And again, she looks at the inventory that comes in and is like, hey, there are people out there who probably want to sell this. I remember putting together, we got these Vince hoodies in, and I found that box when it was one of the ones I was working on. I was like, Jess, we got all these. What you want to do? She's like, count them, put them all in a box, and we're going to sell them to an individual who chose to sell men's and have multiples of the same thing. And that sold. Like, so her business mind is amazing. If you can't tell, I'm a fan of Jess.
Yes, I noticed that. I did notice that. Chrissy had a question.
Yes.
Can you order a small Bespoke?
That again is a Jess question. I always go there and people ask me questions. I said, no. I'm no longer in the corporate world. I don't come here to make decisions. I come here to be manual labor. I walk in and I'm like, abuse me today, Jess. She's like, okay. Like, I don't make decisions. Yeah. You'll reach out,
honey. Jess is going to be my new BFF. I mean, she's just got all this praise being sung about her. Me, it's got to be here.
She's amazing. And let me tell you, y'all know on Instagram, I am closing in. I'm at 9,230 something followers. So I'm getting close to that 10,000. And when I do my $10,000 giveaway, my 10,000 follower giveaway, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be like, Jess, what you gonna partner with me so we can give away one of these great boxes.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's what you do, honey. That's what you do. Collaborate.
Yes, 100%.
I'm telling you,
she's been one of the greatest things. I'm so glad that Julie gave her my information, and I will continue to sing their praises. I just love her work ethic and the way that she cares about making sure the resellers get good quality and they're taken care of. I love that.
Yeah, and because we're all small business owners, we're all entrepreneurs. We're feeding our families with the things that come in the boxes. So if we can't sell them, then us and our family go hungry, So I love that she's like, yep, let me make sure these families can pay their bills, keep their lights on, and keep going. Because a lot of us resell because we don't want to work for someone else. We're done with that life.
I never want to go back to it. And I know, like for Brittany says she's cheap, but eventually you might want to try it, and being that you're gonna make your money back. I mean, literally, that Bespoke girl, Brittany. Yes, that Bespoke is great. It is a large investment, Brittany, but if you go online and see the brands that are included in it, you're gonna make your money back. And I mean, I do not regret getting involved with them. I do not regret purchasing boxes from them. Like I said, I'm really into the boho. And I mean, I'm selling free people and Madewell left and right. And, and it's the best thing because before I was thrifting and I couldn't find these brands.
Right.
And I was going, and all my profits at that point in time, I was making my average sale price was about 17 something, and now my average is probably about 25 to 35, depending. So yeah. And it's all because I've aligned myself with them and I'm selling higher quality products. So
that ASP is so important. It's so important. So I'm glad that it was able to get your ASP higher to where it needs to be. That's your average sale price, in case Slayers, you weren't sure what that was.
Yeah. And especially for those of us who now, because of being that I was laid off, this is my full-time gig. Right. And just like you, she says, it will make you some money, baby. I promise you. I mean, I'll try to do my figures to see how much just in Quicklots. If you see, I always tag them and say, thanks Quicklots every time. And it's almost daily. I think today I've only had 2 sales and I don't think they were, actually, I just made another one that I think I just sold a pair of 7 for all my unkind because I saw someone accepted something and that was Quicklots. So they're going to get a thank you in just a little bit. And that after the fees, after fees, that's $50, the profit. Okay. All day.
I'll take it.
All right. I ain't mad at you.
And I didn't have to thrift. I mean, I work hard while I'm there, but I only do it 2 days a week to increase my ASP and, don't really have to go thrift, which I loved thrifting, but with Corona, don't do it as much. So, what else can I tell you? Beautiful ladies?
Well, I'm gonna pivot the conversation because I love to get down to some meat and potatoes.
All right.
So So I know, that you have an awesome man that you love dearly. I know that you have some beautiful kids, and one of them is your partner in your reselling business. And I know that you guys have been working on, some top secret things, or you're just trying to take your business in another direction. I guess I'll say that. Won't make it sound so top secret. But how's that going? How close are you to sharing any new information about your business?
Well, that one thing I know you're alluding to is the one thing that's still several months out before I can. I'm so sorry to break your heart, but let me tell you, when it finally does, I'm contacting Rhonda first. Like outside of my partner, I'm be like, look, I can't tell I can't tell my boyfriend. I gotta call Rhonda. I got
Because
you.
I needs to be in the know. We need to book a brunch with Diva to make this announcement.
Yes, but
I'm all about that.
The exciting part, now that you asked about that, is that today, after we're done here, I have one Zoom call with my PFS sis, because she's my accountability partner, and every Monday and Friday we get together and talk about Monday on goals, Friday on where we stand with our goals, and try to help keep each other focused and motivated. So I got to do my weekly call with her, but then I'm going over to my son's Jay's. He's my partner. And we're going to be recording our very first YouTube video, which hopefully will be posted this weekend. So we'll finally start our channel. So it's a little later than we expected, but and I think I want to use my channel for reselling, but a little differently. Yes, I want to do the hauls, and yes, I want to do the what solds and things like that. But I know that Rhonda and I have talked about it. Excuse me. Rhonda and I have talked about it, that I really want to build up other resellers and entrepreneurs alike, not just resellers, but entrepreneurs. And so I don't know if y'all saw that I just posted this week. My nieces have become mini entrepreneurs. So they following in their mama and their aunt's footsteps. My sister has owned a skincare line for 7 years now. And they decided, you know what, we're going to start a little business. And they started their own, and my sister lets them run it. She doesn't really get involved. She gives them a few ideas on, hey, you might want to. So I want to start a series called, so I hashtagged them mini entrepreneurs. I want to start a series with my YouTube called Mini Entrepreneur Monday. And I want to seek out other mini entrepreneurs to showcase live on Mondays, even if it's through virtual or if it's anything. I want to help entrepreneurs, but especially those kids out there that are like, hey, I got a good head on my shoulders. I've got a good business mind, and I got some money to make. So I want to help give them a platform and a voice. So I decided after my nieces, I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to be doing next. So
right.
Anything I could do.
And I loved it. I shared them to my stories yesterday. And I was like, well, girls, I'm not into the slime because it's too slimy for me. But I'm all about supporting, especially when it's the children.
Yes.
Because I love uplifting the children, especially because you know what? If they have the mindset to get in there and do it and create it and set up a shop, honey, let's go for it. Because you know what? You're on the right road. You're on the right road. And anytime I get a chance to uplift the kids, I will. But the other thing that I wanted to, and congratulations on your YouTube channel as well, because, you and I did have that discussion, and I'm like you, I love my brunch with divas, but I want my YouTube channel to kind of have some other things and some other people as well, and not just be about brunch with diva. I just want it to be about a little hodgepodge of things, kind of like my podcast, but anyway, the one thing that I think that I connect with you on is your positivity. I mean, I think that that's the vibe that I bounce back and forth with you, on, is that you are so positive. And I love this post that you made the other day. We don't have fear of performing. We have a fear of making mistakes. So that's similar to the post that I made once, where it says we don't have we don't have a fear of failing. We have a fear of people seeing us fail. And when I read that, I was like, oh my God, we right here. And I do believe that. I think that all of both of those quotes go hand in hand. we have a fear of making the mistake, and we have a fear of the failure, but all together we have a fear of people seeing us fail.
Right.
Seeing us fall, seeing us make a mistake. So oh my God, I just loved it. I love your positivity and your vibes. And I love that you express that in every single thing you do.
Hey Terry, I'm very authentic and I don't like to sugarcoat anything. So I will be totally honest that post was really for me, because I should have started this YouTube channel already. But I was allowing, while I'm positive and everything, I'm human. And sometimes we have these doubts in our own heads. And then I'm like, I had to sit myself down and be like, Lisa, and I was like, yes. And I was like, look, girl. And
I love it. I love it. Look, girl.
Yes. Yes. And I was like, you're holding yourself back. So what if you fail? But you know what? You'll never know if you're going to be a success if you don't just try. Exactly. So that's why I told my son, I said, guess what? So my sister and I, as a part of our other future business plans, are meeting with my son today to discuss other parts of our future business. And I was like, guess what, guys? Because my son, he handles all the projects I don't have time for or I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And so he's been doing the intro for our YouTube channel, which includes these glasses, by the way. You'll see. But yeah, with my little gems. So I was like, by the way, guys, just want to let y'all know, while we're all there, we're going to go ahead and record our first YouTube. And it's pretty much going to be an intro to those behind the scenes that you'll probably see doing a cameo and coming on. You're finally going to see Jay. I mean, you've probably seen him in pictures. He got married in June, but you'll actually see him live. And my beautiful daughter-in-law, Aja, my sister, Chrissy, and the twins will be there, Caitlin and Kayla. So my mini entrepreneurs will be there. But like, these are people that we're going to have, like, I'm going to have, I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but every now and then I'm going to have like a little fashion show of things that I've gotten that I haven't listed yet, because I do tend to, even though I'm a bigger lady, my sizes actually tend to favor those that are smaller, especially because, we get a lot of boho and you don't find as much boho in our large curvier lady sizes.
Right.
So, but
which is a shame.
Yeah, I know. Let me tell you, I found a large and I was like, and Les Brown, I love him. Yes. And so I'm going to do a whole thing where I have like my sister, who's a size 0, total opposite of me. She eats all day long. How is she a size 0? I don't know. But I'm looking at cheeseburger. I don't like it. No, I'm looking at cheeseburger.
I just don't like it. Child, I can look at a cheeseburger, honey, and feel my hips expand. What are you saying?
Yes. So, and then, my daughter-in-law's like a size 4, and then my nieces, so they're all smaller. So I was like, I got these perfect women in my life to showcase these clothes. So that's going to be part of my YouTube channel as well. I'm going to have them model them, and they're all just absolutely beautiful. I mean, even if they wasn't beautiful, they still beautiful, and I'll be putting them on the show anyway. But luckily, they're pretty too. But I'm a hot mess most days, I promise you. So I'm very.
But we love you for it. We love you for it.
You fit right in.
Yes. Because between Tiana and I, honey, we are hot mess every day too. So you fit right in, honey. It's the hot mess
club. I don't know how to deal with normal people. I'm like, y'all are boring.
I mean,
I love me a hot mess. I mean, people that got their stuff together and so serious, and I'm just like, how do y'all do that every day? I love y'all.
They're bored. I do want to go back real quick to Brittany's comment. So you guys know Brittany came to Florida for vacation, and I drove up and met her, and we went sourcing. So she is giving an update. She sold 2 of the 4 vans that she bought while we were here. She said she wished she had bought more. Don't you always wish you bought more?
Wait, you bought vans, shoes, not vehicles.
Yes, vans, shoes.
Oh, the shoes.
I was like, being stupid. She buying vehicles.
Okay, selling them real quick.
I was so confused.
Let's go to Aaron's comment. I have bought many boxes from them. I think someone rage someone rage packed my last box. There was so much damage. Oh my gosh, absolutely destroyed pieces and no extras. In fact, short one piece.
Aaron,
Wow.
make sure you reach out to Jess, because that is not how she rolls. That was probably one of the employees that packed it and not the reseller. Shh, don't tell no one I said that, though. But Aaron, reach out to Jess, because that's just not how we roll at all. So let her know your experience and that you watched the show and that I did nothing but rave about Quicklots and her, and that it just did not sound like the norm at all. So, but
yes. And I'm a witness to the good boxes that you've had and someone else, another couple other PFFs have, and their boxes have been great. Yeah. So I would definitely reach out to her, because I'm sure that she would not approve of that going out.
No, not at all. Not at all. And unfortunately, she's only one person, and there's like so many boxes. But
I wonder, the way she described it, I wonder if maybe she got a DIY box by mistake, like somebody just sent the wrong box, because that could have happened.
That could have happened
as well. It very well could have as well. So we try to make sure that we got our shipping under control too. But you know, everybody's human and all, but I'd reach out to Jess. She's who you should definitely be speaking to.
What's the norm shipping time?
So again, we are at the mercy of what comes into us. So it says it's usually 5 to 10 business days, depending on what we get in. We try to get them out even faster. So what we've started doing is packing, based on what we have come in, we're packing up and setting aside. So when people get them, those particular boxes, hopefully we already have them made and they can go out, and then we're just making new to replace those. So that's really what we're working towards. Again, this has only been 3 months in the works. I started working there in January. They just went live, launched in December, and I've just watched Jess. I mean, she's continually revamping because she's working all the bugs and the kinks out and everything, but she wants to make sure everyone has a great experience, that nobody's going to have an experience like Aaron again. So Aaron, no, you need to, baby. Aaron, you need to make money. We're not, you definitely need to.
Oh, honey, no, don't feel bad about complaining, because look, if you're an unhappy customer, that means that that's the possibility you won't return to be a customer. So give them an opportunity to make that right.
And for that type of company, marketing is word of mouth. So if Erin's unhappy and tells her other PFFs how unhappy she is, guess what? They probably not. So we want Erin to be happy, because we want Erin to come back and her PFF. So
and spread the word.
Yes.
100%. So and once they correct this, then you can always say, oh, well, it was a mistake, or I got a crazy box or whatever. But they did pay attention. They made it right, and I'm happy. And because I believe that would be the final destination, is your happiness with this box.
100%.
So don't feel bad about it. Do what you got to do and give them an opportunity to fix it.
Amen, Jesus.
Lisa, before I forget to ask, what is your YouTube channel name so we can all go subscribe?
I would tell you that if I knew.
I was going to say, she said she didn't know. She didn't know what she's going to.
My partner is responsible for all that. I just show up and be personality, and he handles all the back of the house. So I'll know later this afternoon after we record, and then I'll go ahead and make sure I post about it and let everybody know. So yeah, he does all this stuff. Like, we are creating our own website. While I love Posh, I love eBay and all, but if we can save us some fees, so he's working on the whole design of our own website. Yeah, he's looking into moving us into FBA, Amazon. I mean,
that's why I'm a hot mess today and all of this week. I am off this weekend. You hear what I say? It is the best thing. You're gonna love it, Lisa. And the fact that you have someone, you have a partner. Like, I have a partner, but his job is to work and pay all these regular bills, so I can keep rolling the money into the business. So I was running around, and he runs around with me. Don't get me wrong. He does. He's fabulous.
I must say that I have to note that Tiana, she was going to be off this weekend. So I'm going to see, and I'm going to be peeking into this situation, because I've never heard those words come out of her mouth.
Are you really relaxing?
Are you really off, or what? Are you forcing or not off? So
what she's saying is she's going to be keeping tabs on catching me in a lie. That's what she's saying.
Maybe just a little tiny white one. That's all. Nothing expensive.
I mean,
Well,
I'm supposed to take off every Sunday and it don't work either. So
Right.
Well, you know what? I had to start taking off on the weekends, and I am so happy that I did because, Monday through Friday is the taking of the pictures, the listing, the relisting, this, that, or the other, blah, 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 everything that goes into it. And it started just absorbing all of my weekend to where I felt like I was not off. I did not have a break from any of it. And then one day I was just like, you know what? I'm going to stop doing that on Saturdays and Sundays. So whatever I do on Saturday, starting Friday evening at 5, whatever I do that moment on is what I want to do and what I've chosen to do.
Yeah.
But I don't list, I don't relist, I don't post, I don't do anything like that as far as reselling. Like today I'll be on Aaron's show later, but that's something I want to do. That's fun, and I have a weekend, a couple things lined up for the weekend, but really and truly, the weekend is what I want it to be. And if it's nothing but laying in the bed watching Netflix, that's what it is. I just think that I just have to wind down because it was physically beginning to drain me.
See, I feel I feel that a little bit now. Mm-hmm. But I'm the type that I have trouble sitting still. Like I'm not even joking. So even while I'm packing boxes at Quicklots, I'm taking steps. And like usually I'd have my sit stand desk up and I'd be taking steps now, but I didn't want to be doing the video like this. So I have trouble sitting still and taking time. Like I don't feel accomplished, and I don't know why I'm like this unless I'm being productive. So relaxing to me is so difficult. I have to force myself, and it's so and the whole time I'm like, I could be doing. So I found a compromise that I'll sit in bed and watch TV all day while I am relisting. I'm like, okay, there's a compromise. So I feel like I'm being productive, but I'm giving my body the chance it needs. But like I think I told you before, when I started dating my boyfriend, because he can sit on that couch and hold it down all day. And
all day.
He's like, I'm like, what you accomplished today? I made sure the couch didn't escape the house. The couch is still here. So I was
the couch is secure.
It is. And so I was like, when we first started dating, I was like, baby, I hope you know, if you're looking for a woman who's going to sit on the couch with you like all day, I ain't her. Because I can't sit still. Like if I didn't have to sleep, I would not sleep. Yeah. Like I like to be productive at all. So like, even though I work 12-hour days, I don't feel like it's work because I enjoy it so much and it just brings me so much fulfillment. But every now and then my body says, oh girl, first of all, you 45, you need to slow your butt down. And then that's when I'm like, all right, we're going to sit in the bed all day today.
But when I take off over that weekend, it's not like my brain actually just, turns to jelly, but at least not all the way. But that's when I really can just woosah, clear my mind. But once I do all that, then I have like 5 ideas that come into my head. Oh, I want to do this. I need to do this. And I just write all that stuff down. But, I feel like now you're talking about you're 45. Well, I'm 60. So I got to start.
I still ain't seen that ID. I still do not believe you. You a liar.
Oh, Lisa, that's what we're doing now. We're just going to call me out on camera. Yeah. Okay.
You're going to have to DM me the picture of that ID because I don't believe you at all.
So, I really have to pay attention to my body at this point. And, when my body starts just saying, look, I'm feeling a certain way or whatever, but I do feel still productive on the weekends because why? I'm still, the wheels are still turning, but I'm just in sit still mode. And sometimes I just have to sit still in order to let the mind kind of, just kind of calm down, just kind of go at a slower pace, because Monday through Friday, I'm like this, I mean, that's how my mind is. It's just going like this. So now on the weekends, I'm just kind of like moving a little slower, like, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, maybe I'll get those. So that's kind of, and I still feel productive because I'm still coming up with ideas. I'm just not doing the action part.
Yeah.
You know,
See, the H and the H, my ADHD, the H and the my ADHD don't let me do that part.
Oh yeah. Well, now that you brought that in, that's a whole nother issue. That's a whole nother subject. So I get that, because my granddaughter has ADHD, and sometimes I'll be like, girl, I need you to bring it down some. I need you to bring it down. I need you. But yeah, I mean, she just can't help it. I mean, that's her. It's like her creative is on all the time.
It's hyperdrive. It's and my sister's ADHD. My sister somehow she's the same as me, except skinty. So like again, so she did not realize. She texted me like 2 weeks ago and she's like, I'm so upset. And she's like, why? I was like, why? She's like, I just realized that I'm ADD. I said, no, baby, you ADHD. I said, they didn't diagnose us back in the day, but that's what we are. Like, how did you not know that? I said, I tell people all the time that they didn't diagnose us. Me and my sister are like, when y'all see us on the YouTube together, we both hot messes together. She's just a better put together hot mess. I don't give a crap hot mess. She puts on the makeup and does her hair, so she had better put together hot mess. I don't care. She's like, you gonna go out the house like that? I'm like, yeah, why?
Well, I think that as you for our ages and things like that, I think that was really like a big thing. Back then they didn't know what to call it, especially when you look at over here at this age. They didn't know what to call it. They didn't even know what it was. They'd never seen it before. Yep. Sit down, get a whooping if you didn't sit down, and all that kind of thing was going on. And until it wasn't until later years that they had a word for it, a term for it, a diagnosis. Mm-hmm. And then it was just for children. But they came to realize that, adults suffer from this same thing as well. So, I mean, they did miss it because they just didn't think it was adults who suffered from this. Yeah. But you know what? It's all good.
If you diagnose a child, they don't get over it. Mm-hmm. So why would an adult miss as a child not? Strange. Yeah. Anyway. Yes,
exactly. And you're exactly right. I mean, it's insane to think, well, if a child could have it, okay, this child is going to have it, because my granddaughter was diagnosed young. And so now she'll be 20 in a couple of weeks. And she still, I think that what happened is, some of it kind of played, some of it kind of, I don't know I say played out, but some of it, I think that once she, continued to grow, that maybe some of it subsided. But I do think that she has those moments where she's like,
well, my son, when you're diagnosed, don't they tell the parents help them do this and that to kind of like cope with it? So maybe she didn't outgrow it.
Oh yeah, I did plenty of that. Yes, I did plenty of that.
My son that I live with,
coping skills. Yeah, right. We had coping. We had things I would always give her something to do, but I noticed that I couldn't give her a lot to do. Like if I say, well, don't forget to wash the dishes, take out the trash, clean your room, pick up this, do this, she'd be looking at me like,
right.
Yeah.
What? Because all she just heard was womp, 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 womp. So I knew that I had to take her in steps. Like I could give her 2 things to do. Take out the trash, put a new liner in. And, I would just have to break things up. So, we did use a lot of coping skills. And like I say, some of it, I think as she grew older, subsided. But, she still gets, and I'll be like, girlfriend, I'm going to need you to bring that down now. You're working Gigi's nerves. I need you to bring that. I need you to bring that down.
My son that I live with, DJ, when I took custody of him, because he's one of my older sons that I adopted, when I took custody of him, he was 12. And I thought he was just acting out. I mean, I went and sat in his school for 2 days because I thought he was just acting a fool and you ain't going to be bringing home no D's and F's. But then I took him to a therapist thinking, okay, maybe it was because of the fact that I took him and there was some, he was still dealing with stuff like that. So that 5 minutes, the doctor says, has he been tested for ADD? And I was like, no. I didn't know. He's like, oh, he definitely is. And so he put him on medication. And so that helped a lot. But my son didn't like it because he said it really changed his personality.
Right.
So he then wanted to work to learn the coping skills and how to, and as an adult, he doesn't use his medication anymore, but there is a distinct difference. Like he holds a very high position at his job and like he's very organized and very on it. And then he comes home and lets go and his ADD is all up. And he walked past, right, a trash can overflowing or something, and he wouldn't even notice. Like you could be on fire and he would have no clue. Like, but he's learned at least to cope and to at work, he's learned to focus it. And at home, he just don't care. Like every day,
like that you can go out and
that
provide
is true.
for yourself, and the rest of that doesn't matter. It's your house. Well, I mean, y'all live together, but you know.
And I forgive him
Well,
for it.
that
I'm
is
like,
true.
he didn't even know. He didn't even notice. He left all the cupboards open again. You know how many times I'll be asleep before him and he goes to work third shift, and then something tells me to get up in the middle of the night because he left the back door unlocked again. Oh yeah, I'm like, thank God ain't nobody. No, my son locks the door every day. He locks the door every day.
Well, I tell you,
that
is true because she would go to school and she would be like, she'd be on it for what she had to do. But she could come home and I'll be like, so school, but you're here now, so I need you to.
And it's probably too, they're like, I can focus for this amount of time.
Right.
And after that,
it is.
I'm exhausted. I focused all day. I'm done.
Right.
So
and that's what it is that she's focused for 8 hours. Right. So, now she's at home and she's like, ooh, child, honey, she's taking focus off. Like, let me just drop it over here for a second.
I'll pick it up next time I go out the door.
I'll pick it up again later, because I think that's really what it is. They focus. So, the focus is so long. And then once you leave that school ground, she was like, oh, forget about it. I'm not. Yeah, but it's all good. There's nothing but love for them, honey. Lisa, we just got to love them through it.
Let me tell you, though. But I was shocked. I asked my older son who had worked with his brother at one point in time. And I was like, JJ, like, I live with him. How is he doing so well at work? He's like, Mom, he's a totally different person at work. Like and I was like, oh, I'd like to meet that person. I love him, but I'm just like, he just doesn't, but we all got our flaws, and I would take his.
Right. And I think that's what they used to say about me. Not that I was ADHD. I just, do what I do now, talk too damn much. But I
got too much personality. I'm like, whatever. You either love me or you don't. Either way, I'm still gonna be me.
And I think my teachers saw that. They were like, oh, that when they used to write in the comments, they'd be like, oh, she socializes a bit too much. And I was like, well, what's a bit too much? I'm an only kid. I'm an only kid, so I use school as my social hour.
Yeah, exactly.
That was time for me to be a social butterfly.
Same comment come in her thing. And then if she doesn't talk, because I'm like, baby, don't talk during class, right? Then she'll whistle. And then the teacher is saying, well, she's whistling during the entire class. I think she's going to do one or the other. Which one do you want her to do? She's either going to talk the whole time or she's going to whistle the whole time.
All right.
Stop both. So you pick, ma'am, sir, because look, she's her mother's
I'm dying. She said either she's going to talk or she's going to whistle. So which one do you want?
Tune? Does she have a specific tune she whistles? Like, is there or is it just random whistling?
It's just whistling. It's random and it's so loud. You would think a grown person was whistling. It's her tiny body. And she taught herself to whistle when she was like 2.5. And she's always sounded like an adult whistling. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? Whistling or talking, but it ain't going to be. There was a time that we had to get her a ball because she would tap her pencil and drive her teacher crazy. Mm-hmm. So we got her a ball during class. She would squeeze the ball. She was the only kid who could have a toy. Yes. But she's not doing anything. She's not. She's just full of life and wants to socialize because she is an only child. I am her best friend.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do, girl. She suffers from only child syndrome. That's what we do.
So
and see, I'm not an only child. I'm not, but my sister and brother were close, and I was left by myself. So I just learned to entertain myself, and that's how this all got
Right.
My sister and I are like 8 years
Right.
apart.
And see, that's what happens when you're an only kid, though. You learn to entertain yourself. You have to occupy yourself. And then sometimes if you're in a situation, I mean, it just bores you. And you want to be like, you know,
Yep.
I mean, it
Yep.
just, it,
My leg goes shaking and everything's bouncing.
yeah, because that's how I get like, next.
Yep.
So I mean, all those things still happen for me.
Mhm.
But you know, I try not to get in those situations because I already know how I'm gonna act. So I try not to get in those situations and just keep pushing, keep it lively.
So before we
That's
wrap up, Lisa, I want to give you a chance to promote anything that you have going on. If you do an Instagram show, if they need to be watching out for a giveaway, whatever you have, now is your time to tell all of the Slayers.
Well, you're going to be seeing rolling out, if you're not following me, Jules1632 on Instagram. I also have Lisa, I think it's Lisa Jules or Lisa J13, because that's all TikTok would let me. But I recently started on TikTok, so I would love individuals to follow me there. I'm trying to give out some tips, a little humor, things like that, upbeat. And then, you know, about to roll out this YouTube channel. It's going to be reseller slanted, but also entrepreneur, and then it might lead off to my sister and I are thinking we're going to end up doing like some other offshoot show where we're just shooting the breeze, and because she's got as much personality as me, and it would just be funny. And so just excited to be here. I'm glad that you guys let me share, and I just love your personalities and that we all just had such a great time. I love outgoing people who are funny. Y'all are.
Yes, I'm so glad you on the show. I'm so glad you already knew Rhonda. That just makes things so much easier. Thank you for your patience and my tardiness today. But I drove 6 hours. I don't even know, something like that. Hours chasing this Amazon product. Today is my last day chasing it, guys. So after today, I'll be chasing different products. Well, I'll still be chasing products. It just won't be this. I'll be chasing 2 different products. I want to start Sunday, but we'll see. I'm going to try to rest all day tomorrow.
I was about to say, wasn't she taking the weekend off, Rhonda? I thought I heard that.
See what I'm saying? Little white one.
I'm watching now too. I'm be like, she said she was taking the weekend off.
Yeah. Don't be trying to ignore calls either.
She's like, she ain't posting nothing this weekend, no matter what she does.
I post on Monday all the stuff I did on the weekend, so you can get So,
Lord, have mercy.
We are here.
Well, she's in it now, Brittany. She's in it now, girl.
I'm done.
Yes, tell her again.
Why sleep?
Okay.
I hate it.
Sometimes you gotta rest your mind and your body, honey.
But
sometimes you just gotta.
I wish we could be like an iPad. Just plug me in and go. And now they get the portable charger. Give me a portable charger.
Oh, well, if that was the case, I'd still be going. I'd be going full force. But no, it's not the case right now. Yes, take time for you, Tiana. Everybody take time for yourselves. I mean, you got to. Sometimes your mind needs to rest as well as your body. So you definitely have to, as you all know, I'm all about self-care, self-love, self-talk. So you got to do all those things.
Yes.
We're here tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. We're here Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every weekday, except for Wednesday. Brittany and I are here at 10:45 doing What Sold Wednesday. Any topics y'all want to talk about, that's what we do. Anything reseller related, entrepreneurship related, Amazon updates, because not related. I don't know what I'm doing still. So you're just getting my updates. Maybe later I'll have some information to share. But then just make sure you come and kick it with us. Make sure you're following the ladies here on Instagram. And on YouTube. We don't know Lisa's YouTube yet, but I will put it in the description once she has it. So I will update it. So if you're watching the replay, it will be down in the description box below. Slayers, thank you so much for hanging out. I have a crazy headache and cannot wait to lay down. So I will see you on. Yeah,
Let me just say one thing, please. She forgot all about me, y'all. But today, at what is it? I believe it's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. and 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 PT time. I'll be on Feel Good Friday with Spoiled in PDX, who is Aaron. And I guess, positivity, we'll just kind of talk about a little bit of everything, whatever makes us feel good, possibly. Please stay tuned for my new show on,
It's on Instagram with Aaron Spoiled at PDX.
Yes, I'm sorry. It will be on IG. Yes, it will be on IG. Please, you already know about Brunch with Diva on every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'm actually getting ready to open up the floodgates and just let people sign up to be on. So I can just get a different feel, a different vibe of Brunch with Diva. So if you're willing to be on my show, go to the link in my bio and sign up for April. March, April. Yeah, April. And sign up for April if you'd like to be on Brunch with Diva. Stay tuned to March the 10th. I'll also be starting my YouTube show over here, Hump Day Happy Hour, where I'll have 3 guests. And it'll be Tiana, myself, and Anessa Lee. And stay tuned for that because there'll be audience participation, giveaways, and whatever we can talk about is whatever lays on the table, and we'll be talking about it. So it'll be just a fun-filled time. It'll be every 2 weeks. First showing is March the 10th at 4:30 p.m. Central Time, 5:30 Eastern. So I believe that's all I have because I'm out of breath and I'm hungry. So.
Thank you so much. Until Monday, we will see you next time. Bye.
Hang out, Lisa. Don't go anywhere.